Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of SNS Storytime Podcast. You're here with your host, Sky.
Co-host, Matt. Assistant to the co-host, David.
Assistant to the co-host.
The big number two.
I'm
right in
basically
the
the host at this point.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And he got his own segment.
Hey, he does have his own segment. We can't argue with that.
Yeah, I don't even have a segment. He has his own segment.
I got walk-up music to that segment.
Oh, yeah.
He got mobile call-in to that segment.
That's true. That's true. It's a pretty important part of the show. But we're here with a special guest today, Phil. Phil's got some cool kind of horror. Would you call it horror? Is that the topic?
Or facts, interesting topics.
Yeah, it's some interesting stuff. And it hits close to home for some of our our listeners in Alaska. Am I wrong here, Phil? Is it in Alaska?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, it's in where in Alaska?
Specifically southwest of Anchorage.
Off the coast. Wow. That's actually crazy. Wow. So yeah, the name of it is actually Portlock, Alaska. Matt and Phil actually talked about this a little bit last night. Matt filled me in just a little bit on what exactly it is, but they're going to go ahead and talk to you guys about it. Really, Phil's going to talk about it and give us a lot of interesting facts.
Mostly Phil, because, we talked about it for like a little bit. He knows more. All I know is it's, he was just like, you know how you said that Alaska, like, nobody lives there? He was like, well, then we're going to talk about, I want to talk about Portlock. And I was like, oh, it's not like a ghost town or what? He's like, yeah. Pretty much.
Oh, wow.
So that's all I know. That's my whole understanding. I didn't read deep into it. I'm on my iPad. I have like a few facts here and there, but he's going to take it away. I know he's got more knowledge on the topic.
All right, Phil, go on ahead.
First off, I want to say that I wouldn't say they're facts. This is mostly speculation and mystery. So essentially, the first account, or actually, let me start off from the beginning. Portlock was originally a British territory used for trading furs, in the 1800s. Then in the early 1900s, it became a salmon cannery, a bunch of factories, a bunch of natives worked there. They go do they work on the weekdays, and on the weekends, they go do whatever they please. They go hunting, they go fishing. They get extra income on the side other than working in the factories. And then the first account is when 3 very older native men went on a hunting trip. All 3 of them took bows. They went into a secluded area in the lake, and they never came back. They were gone for 2-3 days on work days when they never miss.
So this is like a big deal back then. Okay.
Yeah. These men know the area well. They know how to hunt. They know the wildlife are there. They know how to react. They know how to survive out there.
Yeah, so no reason they'd get lost, right?
Exactly.
Right.
And to not come back for 3 days, especially into the work days where they can miss, vital income that keeps them, helps
Stable.
them live.
Yeah. Provides for them.
So alarms are raised, and they formed some search parties, and they went out looking. And one of the first clues they came upon was a bow. This bow was hanging on a tree with the drawstring, and it was one of those, traditionally made bows, and it was snapped in half. And if you know anything about bows, it's really hard to snap them in half, especially where, the actual wood, the carving, takes a tremendous force to snap that in half because, you got to draw it. It has to be flexible so you can shoot that arrow properly out. And, so this raised alarms. Are like, okay, so maybe they fell. Maybe that bow snapped on the way down. They fell. Well, where they found that bow, they looked around. There's nowhere to fall unless he climbed a tree and fell with the bow. But then where's the body? Where's the guy? Where's any sign of him falling through the trees?
Oh, wow. So there's no sign.
There's
no sign of the people either.
No sign
blood,
of anybody. No blood,
no
no struggle.
Oh, wow.
And so I think later on, you can fact check me on this. Later on, they may have found some bodies, and they may have been in the water. So it was like waterlogged bodies, loaded.
Yeah, they get all,
decayed, like water decayed. So that was the first incident. So people were already sketched out because Portlock is not a huge city like comparable to Anchorage and all that. So people knew about it everywhere. And another incident came just outside the city. This incident occurred when some lumberjacks were cutting wood, and there was a huge piece of, or other lumberjacks, I believe, may have went on lunch break. They left, but one guy decided to stay behind and continue working by himself, or maybe have his lunch out there. And when they came back, he was dead. He was on the floor. There was blood. His back of his head was caved in.
Oh, wow.
And there was a tool next to him. This tool, I don't know what it is. It may be some kind of saw, a bigger saw, to chop the trees down faster, other than, like an axe. Well, this equipment takes like 2 or 3 men to lift and use. It's easily 400 pounds. And the way it looked, there was like blood on the equipment. It looked like something hit him on the back of the head with that equipment.
With that same 300-pound equipment.
400 pound, 300.
Oh, my gosh.
And, it kind of makes no sense that if someone wants to kill someone, they would use that, especially like 2 or 3 men, like just hitting you with it.
Yeah, it's ineffective. It just makes no sense.
Yeah. So people are wondering, there's something that might have been strong enough, some force to, pick that up and smack him in the back of the head, cave in his skull.
Wow.
And the last account, there may have been more, but this is a notable one.
Like recorded. At the very least, these were recorded accounts.
Yes,
so there's definitely probably more incidents of it.
Yes. So this one happened more off the coast, like literally like off the water. There's a hermit, I guess, an old man.
Okay.
He lived on those boat houses that just, he goes along the coast just living. And they found him. He was dying. He was beaten like alongside his boathouse. His boathouse was docked off the coast. And they asked him what happened. And he said that he heard like this screaming that he couldn't like describe. And he came outside like just furious, just pissed, because he thought people were messing with him. He came out with a gun, and he said he saw a huge figure coming his way, and he tried to get a shot off, but that figure closed the gap between him and itself pretty quickly before grabbing him and slamming him repeatedly against the boat. And then the man later succumbed to his injuries.
Wow. So what's the I guess what do they think it is or was or could have been?
That's what I'm asking y'all.
So
It's Bigfoot.
yeah, I was gonna say
Not Bigfoot, the Yeti.
not the Yeti, Sasquatch.
Sasquatch.
No.
This wouldn't be the Yeti.
The Yeti.
Not.
Isn't Yeti in Alaska?
I think that's the abominable snowman.
That's
Same thing.
Himalayans.
Exactly. Thanks.
Isn't that snowman on like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
No, I think you're getting that confused with Frosty. He's the one with the kids in the top hat.
No, not Frosty the
No.
Snowman.
Yeah.
The Yeti's on there.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's the
okay. Y'all
abominable
are talking about the one on Monsters Inc. when they go outside.
Are you talking about Rudolph, on that Rudolph, where he's just a big, hairy white man?
Yeah.
Oh,
That one.
yeah. And he has like blue skin.
Yeah.
Big
But no,
toes.
in all seriousness, I don't know that so while you were talking, of course, Matt was doing some research. David's doing some research. By the way, guys, we failed to mention Aaron, our manager. He is here. He's in the background. He was doing research as well. But everything I found, it does point to Bigfoot. That and we've talked about Bigfoot before. It would be likely creatures. It's not going to be one. But in this case, it's hard to think it wasn't just one. Maybe one hyper aggressive one that's just wreaking havoc in that area. And you said this creature essentially single-handedly made these people evacuate and leave.
That would be the case, supposedly.
I don't know, man. I'd run away. You don't want to be caught with that. We talked about this. That is a big creature. Like in that situation, there's 5 of us in here. Do y'all think we could have handled something like that?
No.
Single-handedly.
Single-handedly, you could, David.
Yeah.
David would have gassed, like, not before the fight even started.
David would have been tired.
So whenever he was talking about the hunters, what I'm reading here, they did find the bodies in a lagoon.
Okay.
In the 1940s, they found the bodies in the lagoon, also with 18-inch giant footprints in the snow by where the bodies were found.
18-inch.
Yeah, that's a big foot. It's just like just in the snow, like not shoes.
No
like
pun,
it was,
no pun intended.
yeah, no pun intended. But
that's a big foot.
Yeah.
Like, Wow. I mean,
And it's a little off topic, but it says here like a lady in black sightings, like something it's like eerie about that too.
So
yeah.
in this general area too, in Portlock, they
There's
often
a
see
lot of weird stuff going
a
on.
lady. Well, the research I'm looking at here says that there's a lot of different things that have gone on here. So for anyone listening, Portlock is located in Port Chatham Bay. It is approximately 16 miles south of Seldovia on the southern edge of the Kenai Peninsula. Seldovia, I could be butchering this. If that's the case, sorry, guys, is a small fishing town that is accessible only by boat or air. The nearest city is Homer and Kachamak Bay, whether you take a ferry to Seldovia, or you could take a bush aircraft that can also beach land in Portlock. But I don't know, for something, then people, from what I'm reading here, people will refer to it as the town that had the Alaskan killer Bigfoot. So that's intense. It's intense enough to talk about, oh yeah, there's Bigfoot in here, there's Bigfoot that. They gave this creature a name, and it is referred to as the Alaskan killer Bigfoot. I mean, that's pretty scary. I don't think I'd want to be there. I would have
title.
Yeah, there you go, a title. Yeah. I mean, I would have got out ASAP.
This is exactly why no one lives in Alaska.
To be fair, the majority of Alaska is uninhabited. It's still greatly regarded as the final frontier. So, but still, that's terrifying. I wouldn't want to be a part of that at all.
You look like a Bigfoot, though.
Me? Thank you, Phil. Thank you.
I think you're one of his, like his little kid.
How big generally are Bigfoots?
Big.
Like I don't know. Somebody, let's see. Let's get a research real quick.
I got it.
Manager's on it right now. David's on it too. I guess they're racing.
But David has the 14 Pro Max. So.
Oh, that's true. Go ahead, Phil. What you got?
So depending whether you think Yetis or Bigfoots or Sasquatch or swamp things or swamp monsters, three-toed, whatever, wherever you live, wherever, what kind of version you have of Bigfoot, the sizes vary. So what kind of 15-inch, 18-inch footprints?
I think it said 18 inch.
All right. Well, in the Himalayan mountains, this is another account. The Indian Army has they have like a traditional like hike up there, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
They're like Arctic combat unit. They're acclimated to fighting in that kind of environment, those high altitudes, high freezing temps. Well, just recently, I think this happened in 2019, 2018, pretty recent. They did another one of those traditions, and they found 32-inch footprints.
No way.
In the snow. And they
32?
They have bears in the Himalayan mountains, but these are not bear tracks. There's no claw marks. There's no like the pads that you see on bear footprints. They're just huge footprints, and they were just going like one after the other. There was no like drag.
Yeah.
Sometimes animals, especially if the snow's real deep, they'll drag their limbs.
Uh-huh.
It was just like if someone just picked up their legs real high and stepped one after the other.
Which just goes to show how massive a creature that is. 32 inches, and that's from the heel to the toe.
Yes.
Right, that's bottom up. Wow.
You can even look at the pictures, and the Indian Army was actually like
that's almost 3 feet.
They made fun of for like sharing that. Like no one believed them. They're on news articles. They're like, everyone thought it was fake.
What reason do they have to fake it? None.
Exactly.
Like, what?
You got to think like these guys are military.
Yeah.
And they're professionals. You got to be professional in that field to defend your country and region, your home, everything. Why would they fake this? Like, what do they have to gain? You got to think about that.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point to make. That's a real good point to make.
So here I found that, like, descriptions of Sasquatch, Bigfoot ranges from 6 to 15 feet tall. Anywhere from there, mostly, probably like a little more towards 15. Anybody that's where they listen to that's not from the U.S.?
Singapore, Belgium, and we have a few people scattered throughout Europe. I can't name the exact ones, but
in meters, it's 2 to 4.5 meters.
Okay.
And then the size of the footprints have been measured all the way up to 24 inches or 60 centimeters in length.
Wow.
And then 8 inches wide or 20 centimeters wide.
That
It's
is.
huge.
I would like to see like 5 shacks and 1 Bigfoot go at it. I got my money on 5 prime shacks.
Nah.
I could see it.
So what
Nah.
you're saying is, if you're over 6 foot, you're classified as Bigfoot.
Well, no. It's not. That's not what I'm saying
That's
at
what
all.
you're saying. It's 6 foot to 15.
I mean, but there's also the Bigfoot, the extreme
David, these are
hairiness.
primates. Like this isn't a human.
But they're also. I don't know. Would we say primate? They're bipedal.
yeah, on 2
They
feet.
walk on 2 feet. So
We walk on 2 feet.
We're humans. It's a Homo sapien.
Don't
That's
talk to
not
me,
a.
he doesn't
That's
have a
not a
mic.
monkey. Like it's not a primate.
Aaron's over here arguing that we're still
We're a
primates.
Homo sapien.
Philip, what you think, Phil?
No comment.
No comment.
I ain't no monkey.
I agree with that. But I mean, I thought the overall topic was pretty interesting and everything.
Yeah, like that's just crazy to know that there's an uninhabited town out there that just
Abandoned because of a killer Bigfoot. Because of a killer Bigfoot. That is wild. It's astounding to think about. That I would like to think in this scenario that it was one, just one, and it was like, nah, kind of Shrek style, that get out of my swamp type deal, and just murder.
Maybe it had rabies.
Oh, that's actually a good thing to think, to kind of conjure up. I think if they could get rabies, we'd see them. We'd see them a lot more often though.
yeah,
I do
like
think.
like kind of like Old Yeller type.
Yeah,
Like that?
coming out the woodwork, all
Yeah,
just all
that movie
angry.
was so sad.
That's a
man.
sad movie.
Are primates, by the way, and primates are
Aaron's giving us his.
typical with flexible hands and feet with opposite first digits, good eyesight, and in the higher apes, a highly developed brain.
Okay, so we have a highly developed brain.
Okay, we're
opposable
Homo
thumbs.
sapiens. Discussion ends there. We're
So-
Homo sapien.
So
We're Homo sapien.
this does bring us to our next topic. You guys finally sent us some mail. We got fan mail. Yeah, we
Let's
got
go.
fan mail. We got some emails. Got some people sending a few things. I did read. We have one specifically for you, Matt. So that's good. That's good. Some information there.
Aw.
David's also a part of it too, because this general discussion was brought up. This isn't for our most
Aw.
recent episode, but it's from an episode before.
Hope it's all good things.
They actually said like Matt and David are horrible. Get them off. No,
Well, good thing I'm moving, right?
that's true. So
I'm gonna need a new assistant.
the email is titled Film Thoughts.
Okay.
And it says, I'm going to read it word for word. So, first of all, Supernatural isn't just ghosts and stuff. It's actually a very good show about so many different types of monsters that many different cultures believe in. That's actually really interesting. And as a history major, I think you would thoroughly enjoy the different stories behind each episode. Secondly, Game of Thrones was a very good show. However, I'd like to know what Matthew thought of the ending and his opinion of House of the Dragon so far. So first off, I'll go ahead and address Supernatural. I have had it recommended several times. I do hear it's really good, but it is so long. There's so many episodes to watch.
I've like heard of it. I've never.
I've seen
Can,
clips.
can you watch like on Netflix or something, or like
I
do I have
think-
to like buy
I
the
think-
DVDs or?
I think they're all on Netflix. Actually, I do think they're all on Netflix.
I like like stuff that's like really interesting.
Mhm.
I'm gonna give it a shot.
I
Give it a shot.
might do the same. But so regarding the second question, well, what did you think of the Game of Thrones ending without spoiling it for those who haven't watched it?
I think the Game of Thrones ending. I feel like it was really rushed.
Okay,
in
I've heard
the
that.
writing.
I've heard that. I haven't got
They
to it, but-
squeezed a lot into only 5 episodes, I think it is.
Mhm.
And of course, it's probably like the cliche pick for the favorite character. I'm sure everybody loves this character, but Jon Snow.
Yes, no.
And, like he's written up the entire time to fight the Night King,
I don't know. Who that is.
and it's kind of hard to say no spoilers, dude. The ending came out like years ago, dude.
I mean, I haven't watched
The
it.
ending came out years
I'm in the
ago.
process of watching it, so cut me some slack here.
Okay. So the build up is him gathering everybody to come fight the Night King.
Yeah, from what I understand, he's gathering an army. He goes into the fight, and then from what I know, as someone who hasn't watched it, just hearing, the fight was horrible.
Well, the fight, it was what you would expect, considering the fact that it was like hundreds of thousands of the dead army that can't die. So it's considering the fact
I don't know these things.
that's the fact. It's what you would expect. That's not the problem I have. The problem that I had is that you built up Jon Snow for 7 seasons to be Azor Ahai, like he's the prince who was promised. He's Azor Ahai. He's the one
don't
that's
spoil
like,
anything. I don't know what any of this
It's-
means.
So bad.
dude, like, and he's not the main character to do it in the end. It's Skylar. It's hard not to spoil it because it came out years ago, dude.
Just end it there. We'll end it there. We'll
Listener,
we'll move on.
I
Skylar, real
love Game of Thrones, and they just ruined it. They ruined Jon Snow's ending, which would have been amazing for me.
I got something to say.
Oh, Philip, you watched it?
No, he doesn't.
Oh,
If Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli and Talion were in that show, they would kill everybody. End of story.
Let's go. Look, my
If
my
you
brother,
know, you know.
my brother-in-law is probably going to be happy about that. All of those were Lord of the Ring characters, and I do have to admit, from what I've seen of Game of Thrones, what I've seen of Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, etc., I do prefer the Lord of the Rings series much over.
I've never seen.
Skylar.
If you
but-
like Game of Thrones, you should definitely get
but
into Lord of the Rings.
On the other one, so she asked, or he or she, I'm not sure who it was, asked about.
I believe it is a.
Well,
I'm not even.
They asked about House of Dragon. House of Dragon's awesome. The dragons are so much bigger, so much better.
I like that
The
guy.
plot in between, like it's pretty good, dude. And just like, I don't know, it had a way faster starting than Game of Thrones did for season 1,
okay.
and the starting of it was really good. And the way it ended, because I'm not
House
sure.
of Dragons is over.
Well, the first season's over. The next
okay.
season's coming out.
Okay, I
think
thought you meant like it was a one and
next
done.
year.
Sorry.
The way the first season ended, it's like it just left you wanting more already. Like
is
I was
good.
just so upset that we have to wait so long for the next season because something crazy happened right then and there. Like it was awesome.
What about the guy with the long blonde hair? He's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And House of the Dragon.
I don't know.
But he's
It
not
was-
as
it
cool
was
as
the-
Geralt.
It was the
Geralt's
King's
cooler.
brother. It was the
Geralt
King's
is cool.
brother. Aaron, what's his name?
Oh,
I can't think of his name right now, but
Skylar, I got two things.
he's the one that marries Rhaenyra.
David's been trying to talk for like 10 minutes. Go
and
ahead, David.
he's a beast.
I got 2 things.
Let me hear him.
First of all, they asked for your thoughts, not a whole book. Okay?
David, this is a podcast. This is where we talk about things.
Second?
Yeah. Second,
Just because you don't like Game of Thrones doesn't mean that
because y'all went over Supernatural so fast and Skylar's talking about how long it was. I just want to
Prince
throw it out
Damon,
there.
Yes.
There's 327 episodes, Skylar,
Okay.
and 15 seasons. It said they're making a new one.
I think the new one's the final one, if I'm not mistaken.
It better be.
Have you watched it all?
No, it's too
Oh.
many seasons.
That's what I'm saying. It's
I'm
a
like
lot.
I'm like a 5-season type of man, and that's it.
You've seen How I Met Your Mother. That's like 9 seasons.
That's an exception.
It's a
And
sitcom.
I've seen Grey's Anatomy. So I mean, that's like
Oh, dude, don't
on
even-
season 18, 17, something like that.
That's a lot. I'll
So,
tell
I mean,
you
I've
what.
seen those.
I would say I think the perfect route for them to go is like 4 or 5 seasons, which is why I'm upset Ted Lasso ended after 3. I think they could definitely go. I know they left the show open for spinoffs. The person in the email didn't ask this, but I gotta say, I gotta get it off my chest. I'm open to the spinoffs, but I hope they don't ruin it. That's all I gotta say on that.
On what?
Ted Lasso.
Football.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Soccer.
Speaking of football, Jack Reacher?
Yeah.
Dude, that dude in that,
Oh,
when he was in Blue Mountain State?
Yes. What's
That's-
Bad Castle?
Alan
Bad
Richardson?
Castle.
That dude's
Yeah.
a freaking menace.
My dad loves that show. My dad absolutely loves that
Yeah,
show.
he's a
What, Jack Reacher, right?
Jack Reacher.
Yeah.
It's just called Reacher, but
Yeah,
it's Jack Reacher.
Oh, okay. I've seen a lot of clips of that.
Because Jack Reacher is with Tom Cruise, and then Reacher
Is the
is
show.
with the Alan Richardson.
I like Alan Rich. I'm not a big Tom Cruise fan.
I think it's Tom Cruise.
I think it is Tom.
Tiny Tom
I-
Cruise?
either way, I'm not a big fan of Tom Cruise. Never have been. I don't know. But we are on to our second message here. This one was actually emailed, so to a different email. It's someone who actually knew me and has it. So I got to pull it up here. But here it is. Good podcast topic. What's your comfort show, and what's your favorite bad comfort show? So I'm guessing like maybe some people refer to it as like, oh, that show's bad. I don't know.
It's so bad it's good.
Maybe it is. I don't know how to
Is
go.
it kind of like a guilty pleasure show?
I guess. I mean, I would say my comfort show is New Girl.
Yeah.
But my bad comfort show. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I guess it's maybe not your first resort. Maybe like for certain moods. I hate to admit it, but it's Sword Art Online. It's one of my comfort shows. One of the first animes I ever watched.
So what is the definition of bad in this sense?
I would say like it's not that great. Maybe not too popular. Maybe other people would be like, that show's not even good.
Okay. I'm gonna piggyback. My comfort show is New Girl as well.
Great show.
New Girl,
Fantastic
you
show.
can't go wrong. Has comedy. It gets deep for like a second. It has love. It has everything. It's all perfect balance with comedy.
Very good balance. I
And the
agree.
comedy just like it just goes. People like love to roast on my bad comfort show.
Mm-hmm.
David probably knows what I'm gonna say. Glee.
That was gonna be mine.
I'm a Gleek, bro.
I can't do it.
I'm a Gleek.
I used to
Our
like
mom
it.
got us into it when we were kids.
I used to like it when I was younger. When me and Crystal were dating, like first dating, that was one of the shows she got me into. And then I turned like 17.
and then
and I
like
was
you
like,
realize
yeah,
like,
this-
dude, these are grown people. Like,
Yeah.
and finally get to high school, like, no one looks like that.
Yeah, it
looks
was
like
it
that.
They're
was
like
something-
40-year-old men.
Yeah,
playing.
something after
dude. I don't-
after getting into like my older years of high school was like, yeah.
Nah, it doesn't
this
matter.
is-
I'm a Gleek, bro. I'm a Gleek till I die.
Well, you deserve a nice big slushy, sir.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do.
Phil, what you got, man? Let me hear it.
My comfort show is Adventure Time.
That's actually a really good one. A lot of people sleep on Adventure Time. That one
And
gets
that's
deep
probably
too.
why it's also, if you think it's bad, then that's probably be the bad. Like, an answer to both.
Okay, so you're gonna double down on it. You're gonna
Yeah,
say it
yeah,
classifies as both. Okay.
Yeah, but I love that show, and I hate when I wake up on the last episode because it puts me in my feels and I wake up sad.
How often does that happen to you?
A lot. I wake up with tears.
The ending is really sad though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I feel like everyone gets what they want except Finn. He's a hero and he sacrifices everything.
That's exactly why he's a hero though.
Yeah. That
So.
it makes you think, man, like maybe being a villain is more beneficial.
Okay. Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa. Hold on there.
All I'm
Hold
saying
on.
is if I was Anakin, I would have became Darth Vader for Padme too.
You guys are ridiculous. That's actually a really good one too. Aaron, I'll let you hop in on this one. It's the only one you're gonna be able to hop in because we're impeding times here. But go ahead.
Okay, my favorite comfort show,
Uh huh.
Peaky Blinders. Best
I've
show
actually
ever
heard
made.
a lot of
I
good things
love
about
it
that show.
so much.
I've heard a lot of good
It's
things.
so good.
Okay.
My roommate has watched it like 5 times, and there's like 6 seasons of it.
Oh wow. Well, yeah, that's similar to how I am with New Girl. I think there's like 6 seasons.
I've probably
as well.
seen Game of Thrones like 4 times. Dude.
That's a lot though, dude. I couldn't do that. And then your bad comfort show?
My bag one? I don't know. Like,
He's like, they're all good to me.
no, it's just, I'm not really like a big TV show guy, but I will say there's one that I really like that apparently a lot of people didn't. It's called Daybreak. It's like a Netflix original. It's about like zombies and stuff.
Is that the one where he they have like factions and he's in high school and everything?
Yeah,
I did watch the first like 3 episodes. There's like the motorcycle scene.
I think so.
I wasn't a big fan.
Yeah, see, a lot of people, I loved it.
It was
only got 1 season because everyone apparently hated it, so it didn't get renewed for another one.
If you ever heard of Sunset Overdrive, it's a very similar vibe to that.
I have not.
Well, there you go. Thanks, Aaron. Appreciate it.
welcome.
That's the GM right there. All right, Dave, what you got? You have been locked in, like staring for about at least 5 minutes now.
I zoned off for a minute there. My comfort show has got to be regular show.
Another
Yeah,
good
it's-
one.
It's
Same,
amazing. It's amazing.
Same company as
And-
Adventure Time.
My bad show. I don't really have that many bad shows.
Really?
Really, I was gonna say Glee, because it's like I don't like telling people I like it. I told my group of friends, and I got roasted in the PlayStation party for like
yeah, I don't say that.
yeah. So
I mean, it doesn't.
it's
I
out
got-
there now.
We got vulnerable for a second here.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like that's why SAO is not one that I would admit to people. I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, SAO. Sword Art Online could kind of.
Like I have the whole seasons on DVD.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's impressive actually.
Isn't SAO popular though? It's got so many like
It's
spin-offs and creations and movies and games.
it's popular with a certain type of people in fandom that I would not like to associate with, which is exactly why it's my bad comfort show.
You know, bad comfort. Never mind. I was gonna say one of my bad shows that I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for that I didn't like.
That's supposed to be your favorite.
Yeah, but I don't have. I was gonna say my bad show,
Okay, go.
Naruto.
You said that on purpose. You
No.
you literally said who gives you flack for that?
What?
Who gives you flack for that?
What's flack?
Is it flack is like
Who
I
gives
know
me
what you
hate?
mean.
yeah, like hate, like
A lot of people. Aaron's brother, your brother.
flack is strong criticism. George has no right. George has the worst taste in movies, shows, and even video games. I don't want to hear from that guy. That dude's still playing For Honor to this day,
Yeah, I
religiously.
still play it. It's a
Oh,
fun
okay.
game.
Well, maybe I'm the problem.
the DJ.
Maybe I'm the problem here.
I don't think Naruto's bad.
I love
And Minato for the win, baby. Especially on Ninja Storm 4.
Hey,
Can I add one more?
thank
Can I add
you,
one more
thank you.
show?
Let me hear it.
It's. I don't know if it's like too popular, but Video Game High School.
VGHS.
Yes.
VGHS was originally a web series for anyone that wants to watch
on
one
YouTube.
One of the best web series out there. VGHS is a good one. I
It's-
got to give a shout out to VGHS.
It's good. It makes you want to just go to a school like
Yeah,
that. Dude. It's so cool.
I watched that my freshman year of high school with Weston. We would watch that pretty. It was a good one. It's a good one.
That's such a good show.
But yeah, that's it for emails. We didn't get a lot. We got 2, which is still more than we got last week or the week before that. Or
Thank
the week
you.
before that. So yeah, we appreciate that.
Also, while we're
please
on
keep
that
them coming.
topic with the fan mail, we do have an Instagram now.
Oh, this is true. Go ahead and give it a shot.
We have an
Matt
Instagram
controls all
now.
of it.
You can find us on there. We're gonna be posting kind of behind the scenes pictures. Like we have our smart board here that we're writing on. We have our ideas up there and like our topics what we're gonna go over. Also, like you can always reach us there with messages in the comment section, things like that. We also have the link to our podcast channel in the bio. So you can find us at S_S Storytime Podcast. S_S Storytime Podcast on Instagram.
That's actually awesome. I didn't even know what our handle was. So I'm glad I
It
know
didn't let
now.
me put the and symbol,
Yeah, it's
so
okay.
I had to go with underscore.
We had to
so.
get creative there. We had to get creative. But yeah, guys. So definitely keep them coming. We enjoy it. We like it. Yeah. That's pretty much it. But that does not mean this episode is over. It is time for my personal favorite. I'm sorry. I'm drawing a blank here. Oh my goodness.
That's not the sound.
That is not the sound. My personal favorite. Sorry, I got a little extra with it. I got excited. Random question alert. Our random question generator. I flipped it. We're supposed to grind my gears first.
Yeah.
But
Hey, you play the sound. We got to do random
We
question.
got to do random question. I did play the sound. And just so you know, David, I did look up flack, just so I had the definition. It is literally strong criticism. That's all it means.
I thought you were talking about like a flak jacket or something.
No, I know that they have like flaxseed. That's another
I thought
thing.
you were talking about that
Flax
TV show, Flapjack.
seed?
Oh, can we talk about dude? Yeah, you never heard of flaxseed?
That's a good show.
It's a weird show though.
But
It's
you
Adventures
said
of Flapjack.
flax seed. It's flax.
Oh, it's all the same to me, man.
FLAX.
Flax, really? It's not
Flax.
Okay, well, there we go. At least now we know. Now we know. Today we're gonna start with Philip. You're gonna get the first question.
Random question.
Random question.
I ask a question.
No, I'm gonna generate one with our generator here. And then
It better not be some kind of truth or dare.
no,
kinda-
it's nothing like that. It's random. I have no say over it. You ready?
All right.
And since you're the guest, you get a mulligan. So if you don't like it, you
Pass.
can go for the next
Uncle.
one. And then, but you have to do that one. Here we go.
All right.
If there are 100 people, how many would be? I'm sorry, we're not doing. This one's worded weird. I'm just not gonna.
I'm not doing math.
What is your biggest regret from the last month? That's a deep one.
I don't think I have a regret, honestly.
Then we're gonna mulligan it just right off the bat.
Can that be like a free one? Because I didn't choose them all again. That one.
Here we go. What's something that you know that few other people know? Philip knows a lot of weird stuff, so
What does that mean?
that means you know a lot of weird stuff.
weird good or weird bad?
Weird good, not
Okay.
weird bad.
What to say?
Debatable.
Shut up.
I don't want to hear that coming from you, weirdo.
Ooh.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun. All right, what you got, Phil?
Something that I know that other people don't. Ooh, does it have to be spicy?
Hey, no, whatever. Whoa.
Whoa.
He's out here calling people out. No, whatever you think. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Keep PG.
Yeah, just keep PG.
All right. I'm PG. My mate starts with P.
Oh, that's true. I don't know why that matters, but yeah, I'm PG. My name starts with P.
All right. I don't know where the G comes from, but
It's there somewhere. So what you got?
all right. Let me think. Something that I know that other people don't.
Yes.
Dang, that's really like you gotta think
When you
about
get
it.
put on the spot, it's hard. That's why I give people an opportunity.
Can I just say like
I mean, you could say what you just talked about. What is it called? What did we just do? Portlock, Alaska. I'm guarantee you nobody else knew about that.
that's true, unless you live in Alaska.
Yeah, but the majority of people don't.
All right, let's talk about
There you go, Philip. Now you're cooking.
let's talk about the devil's fingerprints.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
All right. I don't know where it was at. I don't know when it happened. When did it happen? 1577?
You know what? Matt did go over this a bit with me. He did talk about this a
1577
little bit.
in Blithburg, in Europe.
Okay, this happened in Europe.
Yeah, in the Holy Trinity Church.
Okay, maybe some of our European listeners know about it. We have quite a few over there.
Yeah, you can actually go and see it.
Really?
Yeah, this is the door.
Let me see. Oh, wow. That is...
There was a violent thunderstorm where...
I'm not going to lie. That is scary looking.
Yeah, there was a violent thunderstorm where, the townspeople
What
gathered
the-
at the church to pray.
Uh-huh.
And in a flash of lightning, a giant dog came, broke into the church, killed 2 people, supposedly traveled 12 miles somewhere else, and killed another 2 people at another church.
Wow. We might have to make that a topic we discuss more in depth. That's in one of our
And,
episodes.
those, cryptozoologists or conspiracy theorists or all those people, supposedly it was a hellhound of some sort. Or maybe the devil's personal dog.
I'll tell you what, that's something I guarantee you nobody knew.
Like zombies, fetch me their soul.
In the COD zombies, the hellhounds. But all right, that's a good one, Philip. Good job.
Interesting.
Good job. That was a good one. I think we might have to go more in depth on that one at some point in another episode.
Maybe if someone sends you fan mail about
Oh yeah, maybe someone from Europe. If you know about it, you can maybe shoot us a picture or just kind of give us a little bit more detail on it. We'll read. If y'all have any stories, we can definitely read those too. Who's gonna go? You or David or me?
David,
What do we think,
can go.
David?
I'll go.
All right, let's see it, David. Have you been given any good advice lately?
Yes,
let me
actually,
hear it.
at work, I wouldn't say it's good advice because I I started doing it, and now looking at my bank account, I'm like, why am I doing this?
Uh-huh.
There's an old couple, and they were redoing their floors.
Okay.
And they got the most expensive floor in there. She's like, what's the point? I won't be here in a couple months. And I said, oh my gosh, what do you mean? And she's like, you can't take money to the grave. And ever since she said that, I started living by it. But now I'm like, I need to stop because I'm going through my money like that.
So great advice.
You were
Great
going through money
advice.
before
but
that.
horrible timing.
Yeah.
I mean, you're young. You got plenty
Yeah,
of life ahead
I
of
got
I know.
hopefully a lot of years left.
Hopefully 10 years left.
At least.
Got at least 7 weeks in me. Got at least 7 weeks.
So it's good advice to live by, but it was just horrible timing for me.
Okay.
Because I just got paid and I already spent almost $200 today.
Well, I'll tell you what. In about maybe 40 years, maybe 50, 60, somewhere around there,
Hopefully.
start living like that.
Hopefully.
Yeah, start living like that.
What if she meant by the time she runs out of money, she dies?
What?
Like her
What?
life, her time clock was connected to her financial.
Like that one movie.
Oh, the one with what's that dude? Justin Timberlake.
Where you
No.
pay in time?
Oh.
Yeah, it's
Justin
Justin
Timberlake.
Timberlake. Where you
Oh,
pay
yeah.
in
I
time.
was,
No,
I was gonna,
no,
talk,
yeah,
I was gonna
so-
talk about the dude where every time he talks, the leaves on the tree fall.
Oh, that's the one with Eddie Murphy where he's like, I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. I want that one.
I have no clue.
No.
I know what you're talking about with Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like on their hand, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both. I think that one's called Time. I think it's literally called Time.
I have no clue.
But all right, David. Thanks for that.
That's not Eddie Murphy.
the one with
I want my baby. That's Austin Powers.
the baby
That
back.
is.
No, they're on both.
No,
Oh my gosh.
you're wrong.
I'm not.
Fact check.
We'll discuss.
Fact check.
We'll discuss this later. I'm not even gonna get into it right now.
We're not gonna go down this rabbit hole right
not
now.
going down the rabbit hole. Matt,
you're not
you're
ready
up.
for it.
What is the easiest way to bring a smile to your face, Matt?
The easiest way to bring a smile to my face. Wow. Not twisted tea.
Philip's calling you out.
Twisted tea. That is, it's my go-to. The easiest way to bring a smile to my face is probably, seeing my dog.
Oh,
It's the most simple form, and that's just my guy, you know.
What's your dog's name?
How about drinking twisted tea with your dog?
No, just my dog. Just my dog. Mako, 4-year-old chocolate lab, crazy guy. Thanks, man.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Crazy dog. Takes my whole bed. Spoiled because of me.
I mean, he's a cute dog though.
He's so spoiled.
yeah, he's pretty spoiled.
He gets whatever he wants. Literally. If he's staring down my tacos, I'm giving him a bite. Like that's just my guy, you know?
I always give my dogs the last bite of whatever I'm eating. Just the last. I feel like the last bite's the most sacred bite. I've talked about this a lot. Shout out to my boy Choji. It's definitely it's the best. Y'all don't know. I don't know how Philip doesn't know. Choji is a character from Naruto where the last bite is the most sacred bite. But I digress.
I do know.
Yeah. Okay, Philip. Okay. Phil knows. Phil knows.
We're laughing because there's our GM's writing some
Yeah,
crazy
he's
stuff
writing
on the
some stuff
board.
up here. We're kind of at this point we're playing a game in
Yeah.
the middle of the podcast. But all right,
You know what? A picture of it probably going to be on the Instagram page if you go check it out.
Yeah. You guys will figure out why we're laughing if you go check out the Instagram. So my question is, if you were to work at a circus, what job would you choose?
Elephant.
Wow. That was so fast.
I've seen so many things about circuses that,
It's terrible.
yeah, I would probably just do concession. I know that's a really,
It's the least of all evil.
yeah.
What about the conductor? You just drive.
That you're just hauling around the animals. That's even
it's
worse.
still bad.
But then again, at concession, you're making money from, bro.
Yeah.
No, because what I'm doing is I'm pocketing it, I'm donating it, and then I'm tipping the feds.
Well, you didn't say that.
Well, you didn't let me get there. I'm tipping the feds and be like, hey, there's some animal cruelty
So
going
it's going to
on.
be kind of like in Dragon Ball Z when they go get Icarus out of the circus. You heard that?
I don't remember that. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's on Z.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Is during the Boost or before the Boost saga?
It's been a
Yeah.
long
Really?
time. It's been a long time. Don't remember that.
Yeah, and the mom comes in the middle of the city and she's all huge.
But yeah, so that's
And the dad does, right?
that's the job I would do at the circus.
I would be a clown because I want to see how they fit so many people in a car. And I like killer clowns from outer space too. If you know, you know.
That is an old.
I am
movie.
waiting for them to release the game of it so I can get it on my PS5.
They're releasing a game of it.
Isn't it kind of like a Friday the 13th type game?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. And they have like all like the silly little kills and things like that, like they have in the movie.
It's
in the
it's
game.
very like satirical kind of comedy.
Yeah.
It's a B movie.
Yeah. That's a good movie.
That is a good movie.
We
That's
didn't-
a great
I-
movie.
Me and David had never seen it till Phil showed us.
A B movie?
The B movie?
No, I'm talking about Killer Clowns.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
talking about the B movie though.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
Oh,
if you leave your girl alone with the bee and she folds, dude, you gotta move away, shave your head, change your name.
That B has Riz.
Nah,
Yeah.
bro. If she folds for a bee,
about
nah,
his
bro.
finger.
That B has Riz. But all right, this brings us to our next segment. I think this is probably another one of my favorites. Is oh my gosh, it is called What Grinds My Gears. Still, definitely think I need to find a different sound.
Yeah,
for
man.
that.
So Phil doesn't know. Well, he might. I'm not sure if he heard that episode. I had just talked about. Do you remember whenever we went to California and Nick had gotten into that bad accident? I had just told that story, and then we went straight into what grinds my gears, and he played the sound of the car crash.
Like,
and I was like,
story too.
Really, dude? Like, you played that right after I told you that story.
And Matt finished, and I was like, all right, that brings us to our next segment. What really grinds my gears?
It was just bad timing for everybody.
So I think we made Philip go first. We'll go ahead and let him go last. We'll just flip the order. So you know what really grinds my gears?
What grinds your gears, Skyler?
It grinds my gears when I'm clearly standing in line, either at a store or at a restaurant to pay, whatever it is, and someone walks in front of me and just tries to or someone starts a separate line in a separate area. Really grinds my gears.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of piggyback off that because now you said something, you said that, and it just got me thinking, and I'm actually kind of upset about it now. So if I'm in do you know what really grinds my gears?
What grinds your gears, Matt?
If I'm in line to pay, I got so used to the 6 feet COVID stay away from me,
dude.
And I get in line to pay, and you're right up on me, I'm gonna fart, bro. I'm gonna do something to get you away.
I'm gonna get you to kind of shuffle off. I'm
gonna do something to get off my back. Give me some room, give me some space. You don't gotta be 2 feet next to me. Scoot back, move, get away. That really grinds my gears.
Really grinds his gears.
Bad.
All right, Dave, you're up.
You know what really grinds my gears?
What grinds your gears, Dave?
Going back to our last podcast, you're talking about ice cream melting onto your fingers.
I hate it.
That's horrible.
Love it.
You like the stickiness?
Oh, it's not about the stickiness. It is about the symbolism.
Oh, do you suck it off or you just dry it off?
No, I just dry it off.
He's a freak.
I love it, dude. I love it.
No,
Philip's calling me a freak. I have watched this man.
He has downed a gallon of ice cream in under 5 minutes.
Before it melts.
I have seen
you dirty
him
freak.
get ice cream and bite it. This man eats ice cream like it's an apple. He's straight all teeth. It's insane.
I want to say in one lunch period he finished what?
I think it was
11 ice creams. 11 ice cream bars.
This was 5th grade year, right?
Or 6. I don't remember.
I think
Fifth or 6th.
It was 5th or 6th. I remember this was a
he
big
finished 11 ice cream bars.
I heard they still talk
broke
about that.
Broke a record.
No,
dude.
they do.
They have a picture of him in the cafeteria.
They have a picture of him in the cafeteria. They call him the ice cream bandit.
Philip, the ice cream bandit.
I didn't know this.
It says it in big bold letters, Helvetica font. It says ice cream bandit.
Is that why they
Phil.
took it out of the cafeteria?
You're the reason why they don't sell ice cream anymore.
It was brutal, dude.
But it was impressive, to be fair.
But no, David.
No, but yeah, what grinds my gears is a sticky feeling.
Yes.
I hate stickiness, so I'm okay with that. But
you like ice cream?
But you like
melting on your
ice
fingers?
cream on your fingers.
what? Okay, I don't like it.
Make it make sense.
I don't like ice cream on my fingers. I like the thought of
BFFR.
I like the thought of a hot summer day. Ice cream in hand. It's kind of melting.
You got to play the song if you're going to say it.
I got to play the song again.
It was a nice song.
It was a nice song.
I like the thought, the sight of a nice, warm summer day. If you're in South Texas, it's a nice, hot summer day. Ice cream in hand, melting down, which is fine. I get it. It's messy. But what you guys fail to understand is that mental image when you're 4 years old, 250 pounds, running across the street, yelling, "Ice cream man, ice cream man."
I think the last thing you need is ice cream at that point.
Oh, that's the first thing I need. And just continuing my life.
You need some aerobic exercises.
The aerobic is running to the ice cream truck to get the ice cream. I burn all the calories there to get it right back.
No, if you know anything about Texas, you know that ice cream isn't what you do in a hot summer day. What you go do is float on a river.
Oh, that works too.
Amen, brother.
I've never been a big river guy.
No, dude. Then you haven't done it right.
Dave, are you?
I've been like twice my whole life. It's pretty fun.
I've
We
been
went
like 3
last
times,
year.
I think.
Pretty fun.
We went last year, but the Frio was low. So,
That's
you
why
couldn't
they call
float.
it the Frio.
Oh, my goodness.
What?
You couldn't
'Cause
float it.
it's
But
low.
if you go, whenever, the
Free
water's
low.
high and the water's flowing,
Free low.
and you're able to float, from the drop-offs
Mhm.
at the crossings, dude, it's so much fun. And there's
I've
rope
never done it.
swings all across the river. There's like little rapids. It's so much fun, dude. That's nothing better to do.
Never done.
You get an ice pack full of twisted teas and a speaker and dude, stop.
Jamming
Perfect summer day.
Jamming and
Goggles,
vibing.
go looking for treasure.
To me, one guy did it perfect, and that was when he was floating down the river with the fishing rod, and just pulling out bass as he just
No
floated down
way.
the river.
That
He was just
seems like
pulling
a
out
pretty nice
fish
thing to
after
do.
fish.
But Philip, that brings us to you. What really grinds your gears?
Tears for fears.
No, you got to say it.
What grinds my gears? I mean,
No, do you?
No.
You know what really grinds my gears?
So I've been saying it wrong this whole time?
Did you say do?
Yeah, I said, do
I
you
didn't even know
what
that. Go ahead. Go ahead, Phil.
what do I say?
You know what really grinds my gears?
You don't really know what really grinds my gears.
You know what really grinds my gears?
You know what really grinds my gears, dude? Like, honestly, bro.
What grinds your gears, Philip?
I don't know. It's kind of hard to piss me off. It's kind of hard to piss me off. Like, things will annoy me, but, like, I won't make a fuss about it because I really don't care about people or other things that much.
Okay, well then what really annoys you?
Okay, what annoys me, the thing I think of right off the top of my head, and it's where I spend probably most of my time, is the gym. When people don't re-rack or put things, re-rack the
Ooh.
weights or put things back.
There was a guy that did that to me yesterday morning, and he was just going over and literally he was like hoarding the kettlebells and then just left them there and walked out of the gym afterwards.
There's no discipline. Like, how you expect to reach your goals or do anything amazing when you have no discipline?
Couldn't have said it
It starts
better
with the
myself,
little
Phil.
things.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
You do the little things right and you win. Because Skylar, good Mondays.
Lead to great weeks, baby.
Yes, sir.
Good Mondays lead to great
sir.
weeks. All right. So Dave's Safari is up next, and we got an intro for Dave now and his special. The listeners have voted, and they have said that this is their favorite segment. I've heard it loud and proud from everyone I talked to about the podcast that this is their favorite segment, that he always has something interesting to say, or that he has something stupid to say every time, and they love it.
It's facts.
And
A lot of it is
The latter.
Stupid.
the latter.
But they enjoy it. So without further ado, I'm going to give you all a second to listen to Dave's intro that he picked himself.
Soak it in.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead and give him
See, it
give him
suits me
something,
perfect because I'm literally Donkey Kong. IRL.
Dave. You know what? You look like Donkey Kong.
Thank you.
Yeah, in the most respectful way
It takes a
possible.
lot of work, buddy.
Donkey Kong has abs, though.
All right.
All right, buddy.
All right.
I have one comment.
Let me hear it.
I love how we're playing like jungle safari music, and when we say safari, we're talking about the iPhone internet.
The internet browser on
The internet
iPhone.
browser on the iphone, and we
It has-
flipped this all the way
It
to
has
safari
nothing
music.
to do with an actual
Yes, that's what
Safari.
Safari is.
No, it's just because Safari on the
I'm scared of
iPhone.
bugs. I'm scared of bugs.
All right, go ahead, Dave. What
All
you
right,
got?
all right. Now this question. Sorry. This question has been the question, at least in my friend group. Yeah. For the last couple years or so. I've heard it so many times. And
I know you're friends. Please don't say
I
anything.
know.
dumb.
Dude, I'm literally thinking the same
I'm
thing.
so
Like, I don't
scared.
know what is going to come out of his mouth.
No, it's
I'm
fine.
so
It's
You're
scared.
fine.
friends with my brother. It's
I
like-
know, it's fine. It's a good question. But I know y'all have heard it many times before, and I still don't know the answer to it.
Let me hear it.
Would you rather know how you die or when you die?
Ooh, it's a really good question.
I've known about this since I went to Austin Monday, and I still don't know what I want.
I can answer right now.
Can I have a comment before we start?
Yeah, go ahead.
Maybe we can like say it's his Safari, as in not Safari iPhone, but as when you're in the Safari you explore, and we're exploring the answers for David.
You're
Oh,
exploring
okay.
my brain.
Okay. I like that. We're exploring David's little kingdom here, his little land.
Just wait till next question, buddy.
Okay, I like that. We'll roll with that. I'll go ahead and answer first because I already have my answer. And I'll give you my justification as to why. I would rather know when I die first, because no matter what I do, I can't change how I die. So like,
It's
let's
canon.
exactly like because it's gonna happen. There's no way of changing it. That's the whole point of knowing.
Are
So-
you truly a Naruto fan at that point? Do you remember what Naruto said?
What did he say?
If you don't like your fate, then gain the strength to change it.
not happening. Not happening.
You know what they say,
He's just
Skyler?
weak.
If
It's
you
not
don't-
happening.
If you
Big
don't,
man, little heart.
Shut up.
Skyler, if you don't control your destiny, it will control you.
Which is exactly why I wouldn't want to know how I'm gonna die. I know I'm gonna die. I would rather know when. That way I can help make prepare those around me and have plans accordingly. If I knew I was going to die when I turned 60, I can properly assess my family, whoever, my kids and everything, and set them up so that when I die, I have all my comfort. I know I did everything I could to set them up for success after I'm gone.
If you can change the time you die, why can't you change how you die?
You can't, though. That's the whole point of the question.
What if you find out you die at 60 and you're like, you know what, let me test it out and jump off a building? You're going to die before 60.
No, that's not how it works.
This is why he doesn't have a
This
mic.
is exactly
This
why
is
Aaron
exactly
doesn't
why
have
he
a
doesn't have
mic.
a
I'm
mic.
just saying, you could genuinely change the time.
Go ahead.
At this point, he might get demoted.
Okay, honestly,
No manager, just general. He's general audience. He just sits in the corner.
this question kind of relates to Final Destination.
Oh,
And
wow, I forgot about that.
They get out of
series.
death's plan by, sometimes they get out of death's plan by, I guess, finding a loophole where they kind of die when they're not supposed to, but they don't die. They kind of revive themselves. But anyways, for me, I would definitely choose how I die. What
How?
if it's in a battle? Then you got to get ready. Like Tai Long said, this
Define
battle
battle.
will be legendary.
And what if it's not a battle and you find out how you die and it's like choked on popcorn? Like,
Yeah. Oh my god. You okay, Skyler?
Dude, I don't know if my throat itches so bad.
And I'll eat
I'm trying
popcorn
not
in
to
a battle.
cough in the
So at
mic.
least they could say I was in a battle.
so it's a really good question, honestly.
Thank you.
Yeah, I got to give him props. It's a really good one.
Yeah. I would 100% rather know when I die. Just because the way my mind works is like if I know how I die, I'm always going to be on edge. I'm always going to be paranoid. I'm not going to be able to enjoy. Like I'd rather find out, oh, you know what, I die tomorrow than how I die. Cuz I would just do whatever I want to do until that time. I'd live my life until that day comes. I would rather do that and live my life knowing when the end point is rather than how. Because if I'm thinking how, it's man, say I die in a car accident, I'm never gonna want to get into a car. And it's what
That's what I was
why
about to
why
say.
live like that?
It's just not a life worth living.
no, there's no way to live like that
'Cause
because you're gonna be living paranoid and scared and all that stuff instead of enjoying.
I think about when people are diagnosed with a chronic illness, you go through your stages of grief,
Yeah.
and then you get acceptance. You have however amount of time you find out to get that. I feel like it makes it, excuse me, sorry. It makes it impossible for you to not get to the acceptance part. Assuming you have a substantial amount of time. Now, if you were to find out you're dying tomorrow, well, honestly, I think, you know what I would do? If I found out I was dying tomorrow, do you know what I would do?
I wouldn't tell anybody.
Oh no, I would not tell. I wouldn't tell anybody, but I would go skydiving. I'd go Rocky Mountain climbing,
I love that song.
and I'd go 2.7 seconds on a bull named Fu Manchu, baby.
I love that song.
That's a great song.
Now, what if you are the bull?
What?
That was weird. Anyways, I would try to hook up with Natalie Portman or Ana de Armas.
I can't.
He's a man of the people.
Hey, Phil's an honest man. Phil's
He's
an honest
an
man.
honest-
That's the last thing I expected to come
He's
out
an
of his
honest
mouth.
man.
I speak what I want, but
Hey.
hopefully I don't die tomorrow because,
Because your opportunity will never happen.
yeah, my opportunity won't happen. It probably still won't, but, you can only dream.
It's okay. You have the ability to change your fate, sir.
I have no riz.
You have no riz. All right, Dave, what you got? You've literally been thinking about this. You've known what the topic has been. So
I thought y'all were just answering my question.
don't you? Oh, you know what? Can he do that? Can he just not answer?
Yeah, what if it's his question?
Yeah. I mean, that's theoretically
Yeah.
what we're doing here.
Yeah. You're taking a safari into my mind.
I feel like that's a cop out.
That's a
though.
scary safari.
That is the probably most dangerous safari anyone could go ahead and sign up for.
If y'all thought this week's question was good,
You already have next week's.
no, but still.
Have you seen a scary movie?
Oh man! Wow. Well, either way, I'm looking forward to it, David. I'm looking forward to it.
We went a lot of different directions.
Yeah, we did.
today.
We really did. We really.
You know
did.
what? I really enjoyed getting the fan email.
I did too.
Honestly, like that's cool. Like to have people like interacting. You know.
I think it's awesome to have y'all reaching out, have y'all talking to us, have y'all discussing with us, just being a part of this whole thing.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. I think everyone enjoys it. It's just nice to have you guys, man. I can't express that enough.
Definitely. Like it's really warm to
Yeah.
know like
People
like,
enjoy it.
people are enjoying
Yeah,
like what
they're
we're talking
enjoying
about.
what we're doing. They're
because
enjoying it.
like we're just
here to have fun.
we're just here like just talking.
We're
you
just
know?
guys that grew up together.
We're just guys being dudes.
Just guys, big dudes.
Literally, bro.
Do y'all have anything to say before we finish up the wrap up here?
You know, like we talked about a lot of things in the past few episodes. Like, if y'all have any ideas, like any questions, any comments, like send an email. Just like we got some today. We'll talk about what y'all have to say. Like we want to interact with y'all, you know. And just like emails, now we have a new way to interact with y'all. Go ahead and follow the Instagram.
Yeah, and hey, feel free to comment on the Instagram. Let us know something you want to hear on there, something you liked from the episode, and if you've even listened to the new episode, or if you're a new subscriber, a new follower, we're more than happy to give you all a shout out and just help build the community. That's really what it's all about.
Yeah, I want it to be like interactive.
Yeah,
you know?
we want
like,
you guys to have an opportunity to be with us. You know, and who knows, maybe
Leave
we
a
can get y'all
comment.
some on here.
Send a message, share a post. We're gonna have our link to our podcast on there. We are gonna have our email on there, so it can be a little bit easier to reach us. And just reach us directly through our Instagram. That's S_S Storytime Podcast.
Also, on that Instagram, we're going to be posting a picture of us all getting our pedicures
Yes.
because it has to happen,
It
Skyler.
has to
talked about it too many
I
times
have
for it not to
I have
happen.
had people reach out to me and ask when that's happening. So we definitely got to get that situated within this next
And
couple weeks.
we might
Send us some
even
colors what to get.
we might even watch the pilot of Supernatural while we're getting.
Oh yeah, and then we could talk about it.
Yeah.
we could talk about it. Phil, anything you have to say about being on the podcast? Anything just anything for anyone listening?
I'm nervous, but thanks for having me.
We're glad you came, man.
If you're wondering, Skylar, or we have a count of how many times he said my full name, and he's pretty bad at not saying my full name, even though he never says my full name.
I always call Phil. Well, I always call Philip Phil. So I don't
hopefully
know.
he cuts that stuff out, because I'm more of a gray kind of guy. I like to stick in the shadows, be invisible, and then, I just come out of nowhere.
But anyways, guys, like I said, thanks for listening.
Feels
Thanks for
like a
being here.
box of chocolates, man. You never know what you're gonna get.
Never know what you're gonna get. Thank y'all for coming in. Thank y'all for listening. Thank you for taking time with us.